here with Kelsey Campbell. She's a wrestler from Arizona State, and we're at the Dave Schultz Memorial International. We're going to do a little interview on Kelsey. This is Kelsey. She was 59 kilos.
59 kilos.
Oh, Jess Medina enters too. She's very camera shy, but we threw it in there. So, okay, Kelsey, we were talking a little bit about your personal faith journey.
Yeah.
And something that was really interesting to us at Victor School of Wrestling is people's personal faith journey. So,
okay.
fill us in.
So, as I was sharing, I grew up going to church. My mom was very religious, so we went to church, but that was pretty much the extent of it. And I think my brother and I just grew up both kind of bitter towards religion, just because it's just like most families, like you have to go to church every Sunday, and people are one way on Sunday, and then you go home and it's a different way. And so I definitely had some attitudes, not really, I don't know, I guess towards God, but mostly just towards religion. And so we moved to Oregon, where I grew up. And I kind of got into the Young Life thing, but it was mostly because it was cool. Like, it was kind of cool to go to Young Life, like, and it was kind of cool to like be a part of clubs like that. But I didn't really take it serious. I did it to meet people mostly. And then I decided my senior year. Then I had some real issues with God, as I had shared. I didn't really throw myself into partying. I never really partied. I didn't get into stuff like that, but I definitely threw myself into activities. Like, that's where I got my security. Sports and clubs, and school. And I started dating this guy my senior year, and we just did a lot of things. Like, we fell into a lot of sin, and then I just started dating around different guys, and that really, and our relationship ended very badly just because of the decisions we'd made. But I kind of decided that year that I was just going to do things the way I wanted to do it, and I had an attitude towards God because I wanted to be the best at everything, and I thought that's what God was supposed to do for me, and it didn't really work out that way. So I just had some issues towards God, and then I graduated high school, and then me and my boyfriend broke up, and then my relationship with my mom just crumbled, and then I didn't have a place to live. I didn't have a job. I was going to go wrestle for a school, and then declined because I was dating this guy. And so I go from like this girl who kind of has it all together to this girl who doesn't really have anything. I don't even have a place to live, and I'm 18 years old. And so I moved in with this family, this girl, and she'd actually been reaching out to me for years. I'd known her since I was like 12 or 13, and I'd always just thought she was kind of weird, because she was like always at my wrestling matches, and she just wanted to be my best friend, and I just thought that was really weird. Like, you know how it is, like, hey, this religious girl needs to just chill, you know. And so finally, like, and of all my friends in high school, this was the one family to take me in. I didn't have anywhere to go. Like, my mom left. My brother's way older than me. I didn't have anything. All of my so-called friends were doing their thing. Like, so when push came to shove, like, she was there, and her family, they all went to this church. And I didn't know this at the time, but they were like counting the cost. They're like, should we take her in? Because they kind of knew, even though I was like straight edge on the outside, they knew that like I hung out with guys a lot, and they just knew I wasn't a great influence, on this girl. But they ended up taking me in, and then I remember this camp I was telling you about. I got this scholarship to this Christian camp for track and field, and I just did it mostly for the athletic purposes. But I just remember just the different speakers just really convicted me, and I didn't become a Christian at the camp, but I knew coming home that I wanted to change some things. I wanted my relationship with my boyfriend, we were still dating at the time, I still wanted it to be, I wanted us to do it right. He's not a Christian either, but I came home, but on the way back, like, he called me, and as I told you, I was dating him, but I was also dating other people. So he called me because she found out, and then he ended it. So that's how that happened. Anyway, so everything that I put my security into, I didn't have at that point. Like, boyfriend was gone, high school's done, like, I'm not the girl who does it. Like, I just didn't have anything. Like, my family was gone. Like, I just messed up in a lot of different areas. And so anyways, I came back. They took me in. And when all that happened, I just was ready. Like, you know, in Acts it talks about how God sets the tents in places. And I was, like, so ready. Like, I was like, okay, I did it my way. I tried to be awesome, and I'm not awesome, clearly. So I started going to church with them, but I still, like, wanted to be with my ex-boyfriend. Like, my heart wasn't totally in it. And so I was kind of going, though. I was more open to it. But then I started studying the Bible with some women. They just kind of latched on to me, and we just started doing some Bible studies. And I was like, I need to become a disciple. And so I made Jesus Lord, and I got baptized. And that was in 2003. And then in 2006, like a day after my birthday, the woman that was leading the campus ministry asked me if I wanted to move to Arizona to help start a church there. And I was like, yeah. I was like, I want to be in the ministry. I was like, this is what I want to do. And so I moved to Arizona, and there was like, I think there was like 15 of us that moved to start this group. And since then the church has grown. We're about 100 now. And the campus ministry grew from like 3 of us to like 30. And these are all people who like studied out the Bible, and they really made a decision. Like, so it's been really awesome. It's been a very exciting journey. It's been really challenging, but it's been fun. So that's a little bit about me. Next up, Coral Springs.